Hi, Carter. Sherline for Michigan Runner News with Gary Morgan, who's over in Tokyo for the World Athletics Championships, where they just had the sixth day of competition. So um, it is uh, Thursday, the 18th of September, 2025, and they're 13 hours ahead. So it's like midnight there, a little after
Yes,
midnight.
it is midnight. Yep.
Okay.
Just finished
Anyway,
my. Okay.
so we talked a couple days ago. Um, so first of all, any particular notes about the fifth day of competition?
Um, yeah, I mean, there was I'm trying to think of who all won. I don't have all that right in front of me. Um,
Okay, I can get that. It's the 17th. Had
Start to pull up the events and I'll give you the details of them.
had heats of the 200, both men and women. Women's pole vault final.
Oh, okay.
Men's triple jump qualification, javelin qualification, long jump final, 400-meter hurdles, men and women semifinals, the
Now,
steeple, women's steeple final, and men's 1500 final.
well, let's go to the pole vault where the Americans pulled up. I believe Sandy Morris ended up taking second. That what you see there, I believe that was her.
Yep.
And she, has always wanted to win the gold, but still second is still hey, second in the world. And but the thing about Sandy Morris is she's been a steady performer, right in the mix of it, picking up podium finishes. Like I said, she's solid. Always when the big meets come, she's there and finishing in the top three. And, not the very best in the world, but second or third. You take away a piece of hardware from a national or international world event, you are, one of the best in the world.
Yep.
So she was very happy about that, and they asked her a few questions, and gave a grateful answer to the crowd there in at Tokyo Stadium. So that was real nice. The qualification for the in the
Well, we should
javelin.
was
Go ahead.
before you go into the javelin. The first place, the gold medalist was an American as well, Katie Moon.
Katie Moon and once again, yes, and Katie Moon is another one who's been a solid performer. Those two has been Katie Moon and Sandy Morris for the last 4 or 5 years. They've been right on top, to be there in the top three, and so that was a great performance for both of them to be able to, like I said, take away medals here from the U.S. and first and second. Hey, that's awesome. So
Yeah, it
let's
looks like they weren't that far apart. 4.9 meters for Moon and 4.85 for Morris. So
well, at world competition, you 1 inch you can win by a millimeter. It's
yeah,
that type centimeter,
yeah.
millimeter, whatever. It's when you're the best in the world, mere centimeters, inches, whatever, it separates
Mhm.
the winner from second place.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Okay. So then they were going on
let's
to
go
the
to the men's qualifying in the javelin. Now that event has been dominated by an Indian thrower from India and a Sri Lanka thrower. They had been and they were not. I don't not even sure they made the qualifying, but tonight they
no,
had the finals, and they a guy from Grenada took a was the top finisher, I believe, and then
second flight.
who and
Yep,
was the
yep.
Kenyan who won, right?
Um,
Yes.
not well. Another Grenadian was had the the top place in the Group B. Group A was a German,
Right,
but
but I'm talking tonight
that's
for the finish.
the Sarank and uh, um, missed. Yeah, he was a couple
Yeah,
places
so
out.
like I said, the Indian and the Sri Lankan did not, like I said, place in the top three, and they have been consistently world championships, placing first, second, or third,
Yeah.
consistently. We're
Well,
not there this time, and
well, the Indian did get. I think the last qualifying. Let's see.
you may qualify, but
Last
not
official
hit the
qual. Yeah,
podium.
yeah. He. Well, they haven't had the finals yet, so.
Right.
Um,
Well, they did.
so
They did. They had the
he
finals,
was.
and
Let's see. Chris Johnson in Group B was 84. So um, he was the next to last qualifier. It was the
right,
Indian. The last qualifier was American in that second
right.
flight. Curtis Thompson.
Right, but like I said, a guy from Kenyan, which is a basically a once again a distance running sport, no, a country. They do have an occasional field event guy, and like I said, he's a big time javelin thrower, so he's placed on the podium a few times. Uh, we can go to just to so we're not on here forever. Let's go to the big event right here, the last event. This is what people have been waiting for all week. Sydney McLaughlin, who's went from hurdles to straight running, and there's no surprise to see her excelling at the open 400. And
Yeah,
today won the 400 in 47.78. But the
yeah,
big surprise, which that was just off the world record, but was the girl
yeah.
who finished second with a 47.80, and wasn't that's the Cuban girl,
Yeah.
and she finished with a 47.80. Was
But no,
given
Dominican. That was the Dominican girl.
no,
40s,
that is
40s,
that's in the triple jump
40s. Oh, you got me confused.
in the 400. We're at the 400.
400 was the Dominican, 47.98.
That one to Sydney McLaughlin. She won at 47.78,
Yeah, so
and
triple for the 47.98 was second,
yes,
and that was the Dominican. Dominica. That's very confusing because
Dominica,
both
yeah, yeah.
countries,
It's an island country. It's
yeah,
Dominica.
and both
And
of
then
them call
also,
themselves Dominicans.
right, I know that. And also that was the case in the triple jump. A Dominican girl, she finished second in the triple jump. It came down the last couple jumps. She moved herself from third to second, just missed the winning mark. And I think it was Rojas who won it from it's Cuba. I thought was the
Oops.
top
I,
jumper in the triple.
Let me get something. I'm going to have to correct myself. And again, like I said, it is confusing. That Dominican in the 400 was from the Dominican Republic.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so I got those flipped. Mixed up. The second place in the 400 was from the Dominican Republic. The triple jumper was from Dominica,
Oh,
which are on opposite sides of the Antilles, I guess, of the Caribbean, because Dominica is almost down to South America.
right. And let's finish off the track. Well, tonight, our last night was the men's 1500, and
Yes.
that came down to once again a photo finish. Uh, Winner from 2 years ago, Reitman from Britain,
Britain.
and he ended up, I believe, got second,
He got
and
second, yes.
the winner was I don't
Nader.
know what's that,
Nader.
Nader, but
Isaac Nader, Portugal.
yeah, caught him at the end. But and
Yeah.
the story of also of the meet of the 1500 was Josh Kerr somehow stepped on the railing, or somebody stepped on him, He limped
Yeah.
in, after the whole crowd finished. He limped in about 10 seconds later. So he'd been hurt during the race, but made sure he finished.
Yeah.
So,
A lot more than that. He ran 4:11.
right, well,
Yeah.
whatever. He got in, came as though he was in the mix there, and he was fine with it. But during the race, somebody stepped on him or pushed him or whatever. He did not fall, and somehow hurt his leg or knee or something, and limped on in. And but that's the nature of track and field. So,
Yeah.
that's the wrap up of the last 2 days.
Okay.
As site. I did a couple of sightseeing tours yesterday. I went up to the Sky Tree Tower, which is almost 2,000 feet tall. It's 634 meters. It's the highest freestanding tower in the world. And we went up to the 451-meter mark, which is about 1,400 feet. So that was really cool. Before then, we went to one of the bathhouses, and they showed me, and they have little gardens with them. So that was kind of nice. I went to a nice restaurant. This was a media tour, and the other media tour I took a couple days ago, we ended up going to the an infrastructure tour. Went down into the big tubes underneath the city that are big for flood control, and they have 40-foot tubes. 120 feet underground that take in water when there's floods and take it away from the city. And it's total flood control. A pretty unique situation, but something they have to have around here when there are typhoons, which is what they call a storm here instead of a hurricane. It's
Right.
interesting. Have different names for the same storms, but it is what it is. So,
Mhm.
but anyway, it's been phenomenal here. And of course, they've been talking about another rainstorm or maybe well, tonight it sprinkled a little bit. And I don't think it's going to rain anymore. So that's where we're
Mhm.
at. We're
Okay.
down our last 3 days of the meet. Uh, and we're only doing night sessions. The weekend is coming. They will be doing the decathlon, heptathlon, and the race walks on the mornings of Saturday and Sunday, and then the evening sessions. So it's been a great time here. Day 6. I'm currently in my lobby of the hotel I'm at, but we'll give you another update in a couple of days. Tomorrow I'm taking a city tour.
Okay.
World Athletics family. So we will I'll
Okay.
give you a little update on that and tell you what's going on. Maybe another call tomorrow. But anyway, that's
Okay.
what's going on, and we'll go from there.
All right. Well, thank you for reporting. And as like I said, we'll talk another time or two during those last 3 days of the competition.
Okay, sounds good. And like I said, you can check out lots of my pictures that I'm sending off to Carter. They put on his Facebook page, and I may have a couple of interviews I'll be sending over to him also. So anyway, we will catch
Okay.
up with all of you people in the next few days again.
Okay.
Okay, have a
Thanks.
good one.
You
Yep.
too.
Bye.